Good morning. This is your host of Sci-Fi Trucking Vet, doing a pre-trip. Make sure everything's good to go. This is gonna be hard. So what I'm doing is checking the brake pads on the brake drum. Make sure they're all good to go. If you hear that noise, that means air pressure is building up into the back of the trailer. That's all right. As long as these two sides are not touching each other, it should be good. Besides, I'm only going down the street to make this delivery to a Home Depot. All right, lights are good. Lights in there is good. Ah, yeah. So there's the brake drum, and what I'm shining the light at is a brake pad right down there as well. They look good. Those looks good. Airlines still connected, so alrighty. So pretty much most of my pre-trip is done. I haven't seen Star Trek Discovery yet, so hopefully I'll see that, and I'll post my thoughts about it and thoughts about other things. So let me go ahead and complete this pre-trip, and I'll get back to you. Where am I at? Somewhere in the southern part of the United States, where it's not supposed to be cold, and it's cold. I had to ride my bicycle to work just about not every day. Just about every day I'm usually out on the road. But since this drop-off is just down the street, get to go home, enjoy a birthday dinner with my lovely bride, and get to sleep in my own bed for once, not inside the truck. So, anyway, I will be right back. What a beautiful morning this is. Actually, it was right now it's a lot warmer than it was this morning. So, anyway, I am your host, the Sci-Fi Trucking Vet. Just like the name implies, I am a science fiction fan, a trucker, and a veteran. Navy veteran. If you saw yesterday's episode, I had a Navy ball cap on. So, so this morning I did my pre-trip, delivered my load over at Home Depot. Now I'm over here picking up a load of drywall to send over to Kennesaw, Georgia. There I go again with I hate the word I hate saying it, but that's one of those natural action reaction when there's a dead empty space in between words. Magically appears. So even is not a good word either. Star Trek Discovery Season 4 back from their winter break, and I was hoping something spectacular, something bam, yeah, we're back, we're here, we're gonna rip this galaxy apart to destroy or first contact of DMA or prevent destruction of our way of life. There ain't no bam, there ain't no pop, there ain't no bang. Poof! Yep, we're here. Sit back and enjoy the show. Yeah. It was borderline boring. Even the Book of Boba Fett yesterday had
in all its chaos, in all its problems that other YouTubers are seeing about Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, I know it's Star Wars. Can't really compare Star Trek, but still, uh, the difference between the two in how they do things, it's night and day, of course. Even the boring parts of the Book of Boba Fett had more action than today's episode of Star Trek Discovery. It, there, there was nothing. Nothing. It was boring. Um, yeah, I enjoyed it, sort of. Get to see the navigator of Discovery duking it out with another fighter in the ring to make money. But even that scene there was kind of, I don't know if cliche is the word I'm looking for, but it's one of those things that you see on just about any type of show there is, whether it be comedy, drama, action. You're down 2 counts and you still want to fight again to win the money. It would have been kind of cool if her and the other opponent had its best out of three, both had one win each, and it comes down to the final third round, both of them tired, and uh, Lieutenant Commander Oso pulls out for a win. That would have been interesting. Then you got the poker game. Yeah, no, Captain Burnham had to explain herself that she ain't good in that game, but she'll put a tracker on there. I'll give her. I'll give her that. But it was just nothing. I mean, you could put stormtroopers there, and they'll probably tell you, "Move along, nothing to see here. Move along." That's what it felt like. Um, One of the other things I've seen in today's episode, well, more about the opening credit roll. I noticed that Captain Burnham herself, the one of the main actress, or one of the lead actors, is executive producing this episode, and it seems to be a common thing with lead actors or other actors within that show. They'll take a position as an executive producer, maybe a writer, and maybe eventually a director, like what we've seen Star Trek Next Generation. I think Patrick Stewart directed some episode. LeVar Burton directed. Definitely Jonathan Frakes. And, of course, Avery Brooks in DS9. The one that plays Tom Paris and the other one playing B'Elanna Torres. Both of them sat in the director's chair for Voyager. So it's kind of interesting to see the actors' growth. I mean, it's really great to put on that resume that, hey, you executive produce a show or not a series, an episode. So, yeah, grow that resume. One thing I still can't get around is the futuristic look of detached nacelles, warp nacelles. I still don't understand the science behind it. Let's see what else I noticed in this today's episode. This shuttlecraft that they used, very reminiscent of the season 1 Star Trek Next Generation type of shuttles. Those big, bulby, blobbish, whatever they're calling it for shuttlecraft. That's what they were using. Big, bulby, blobbish repeat of Next Generation. Hopefully they don't take an episode that was written back in the other 4 Star Trek shows that came before during that Next Generation era, and rehash a storyline to fit their season. I really hated that with Next Generation, DS9, Voyager. I don't think I noticed that in Enterprise. DS9 got out of that and did a serialized story arc that lasted for a season. That was groundbreaking back in the days. But yeah, rehashing storylines that happened in the original series and rehashing it that happened in Next Generation, rehashing that happened in, there's no originality in that. It's stupid. And that's mostly the writers, maybe executive producers' fault for not coming up with something brand new. Oh yeah, let's take this, rework it to our concept. So, the one thing I wish they would change is the way Burnham speaks to people, especially if there's only 2 people in the room. And they speak like this, very intensely. Or at least she does, very intensely. You can't even... I had to wear these in order to understand what she is saying to the other person. And like I said, there's only 2 people in that whole entire room, and they're talking like they're in the freaking library. And the librarian's going to jump out and tell them to shut up, you're speaking too loud. Crying out loud, speak up. Speak into that microphone that's dangling above y'all's heads. Good grief. No wonder I like Star Wars better than Star Trek. Well, take that back. Better than Star Trek Discovery. I hope it doesn't carry on to the Strange New Worlds. Please don't. Get rid of that whispering intensely crap. Well, looks like my trailer is done, so I shall return. And hopefully by when I return, someone in the YouTube community has already spoken about their ups and downs of today's episode. So I shall return. Alright, welcome back. I am back on the road into Kennesaw, Georgia with the load of drywall. So, as of right now, I haven't seen anything in the YouTube about today's Star Trek Discovery episode. But what I'm seeing is basically flooding YouTube is anything Star Wars. You know, like the upcoming Mandalorian, the upcoming Obi-Wan, the upcoming what's going on at Disney. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but there's other things other than Star Wars and Star Trek. So I'll probably watch those videos later, especially the rumor mill ones. And there's one in particular I listen to that always says take things with a grain of salt. So this little cowbell that I acquired from Fort Collins, Colorado. So go Eagles. There's a hockey team out there at Fort Collins, Colorado. It kind of tells me how bad the road is, not how bad my driving is. So there's a difference. So, dang it, there I go again. You know, maybe I should have a little ticker at the bottom of the screen somewhere. So, well, I'm gonna call it the day for a day. I'm calling it blah blah blah. I'm gonna call it a day for this video. If anything does come up Star Trek related to this episode, I might talk about it tomorrow. But like I said, there's other things, science fiction out there in the world. So I might talk about, I don't know, Captain Harlock. So I might do a critique on Captain Harlock tomorrow. The latest iteration that's out there right now, that's a computer graphic anime. So, anyways, may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. So say we all. What other science fiction greetings, salutations, whatever. Anyway, this is the Sci-Fi Trucking Vet signing off, 10-4. Have a good day.